So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Today we're going to be going north of the border to Canada again. It's a really interesting one. Canada is ratifying a treaty on sexual harassment, and it's the first ever. Let's dig into it and let's talk about it. Treaty is stemmed from the International Labor Organization, the ILO. ILO is a really interesting organization. If you want to learn more about labor laws throughout the world, if you want to learn more about human rights throughout the world, the International Labor Organization's website is a great place to go. So Canada ratified the treaty, which is number 190, Violence and Harassment Convention, on January 30th, 2023, and it will go into effect about a year from that date. It's very clear in what it has to say. The treaty says that everyone has the right to work free from violence and harassment. It has a clear framework for governments to prohibit, prevent, and address workplace violence. So it's really, it's really good from a perspective of we have a treaty. Treaties are usually, often connected with war, but this one is a global treaty with respect to sexual harassment in the workplace. If a nation ratifies this, they have to take steps to prevent violence and harassment in their world of work, adopt and implement workplace policies on violence and harassment in consultation with workers, identify hazards and take measures to limit their impact, assess the risks of violence and harassment, and provide workers with information on the identified risks. So it's very standard. I mean, all of these things, for example, in the United States, are handled through various laws. In Canada, they're handled through various laws as well, because they have legislations already in place. They already have legislations that impose a statutory duty on employers to prevent and address harassment and violence. They have legislations in place that recognize and promote the right of collective bargaining, as well as protect employees from discrimination and harassment. So Canada has all this. So what does that mean? There's not expected to be any major change to Canadian and labor and employment law. So why did they do this? Well, I think that it does, promote and improve Canada's commitment to, preventing sexual harassment, as well as strengthen the C-190 treaty. However, I tend to believe that countries who sign on to this treaty already probably have legislation in place in order to do this. I really doubt that you're going to have a country say, yeah, we never had, we don't care about sexual harassment, but now we do, and we're going to dig into it, and because of this treaty, we will be good citizens. So I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I think that it is a good sign of commitment to the protection of rights in the workplace. I just don't understand how this is supposed to improve the Canadian workforce, as they already have those rights. What do you think about today's video? Please comment down below, like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.